Right, stop it! Don't start. Why is
Yes,
it
RuPaul, don't you start at me.
Hi Gothmos, welcome back to my channel where I react with a friend or two to the greatest moments in music. Boom. Right, okay, take 3! And on this reaction, another first time for Jordan.
Hello, how are you doing?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm really excited because obviously the last one I did, you introduced me to King Diamond and all that amazing raw rock sex. And I've watched a lot more of his videos and things like that.
Oh, have you?
Yeah, and I was transfixed. So today you're actually going to be deflowering me again because even though I've heard of this lady and the band, I've actually never seen any of their live performances.
Do you know anything about Floor Jansen?
I know who she is. I know who Nightwish are. I'm not familiar.
How long, how long have you been aware of Nightwish?
Well, my cousin,
they've been around
my cousin was a massive fan of them when he was a teenager.
Oh,
so
really?
I was aware of them when I was growing up.
Okay, so we'll give you this nice little piece. It's called Devil and the Deep Dark Ocean.
Whoa.
I need to collect myself.
Can I take it like you are mildly impressed?
Okay, what we thinking, Jordan?
Well, I haven't even heard her sing yet, and I'm already transfixed by her on the stage because that headbanging was whoa. That is a lioness, and you know she's going to roar when she hits those vocals. But the guitar solo, drums, that trio combination, already you know you're going to be in for a performance. And you see, it's funny because I'm surprised I actually haven't picked up on her more, because when I was a teenager I was a massive rock fan, or sort of like I did like things like Nirvana and things like that, but I was a real sucker for people like Alanis Morissette, Sheryl Crow, Shirley Manson, Courtney Love, Skin from Skunk Anansie. Loved all that female rock of the 90s. Obviously we're progressing now into modern day, but I'm really intrigued now to hear these vocals.
Yeah, okay, let's get into it then.
A snowy owl above the haunted waters, poet tell the ancient gods, Christ to tell the never-ending story, prophecy of becoming floods.
The Nora mysteries alone, the lady brightest ride, so the incarnation before the creator of the...
Oh, need to talk about that.
She's an excellent storyteller with her voice, and I've only heard
Well,
I haven't heard the whole thing yet,
No.
but the way she built that up, you just know she started off so low and went right up, and you know that there is going to be some killer big notes coming up. But I like his vocals as well. I think
he is, my God, Marco.
That's the name, Marco. I have to remember that.
Yeah, Marco. He recently left Nightwish, actually.
A shame, but he's so talented. I'm no doubt he'll have a very successful career. He already has.
Yeah, I mean, but Marco and Floor, and I've said this, guys, on the
chemistry just works.
Before, yes. And you can't manufacture that in music. You can't. You get two singers respected in their own right. You know, and you put them together, and sometimes it works, sometimes it it can take some time to create that magic, and you know, sometimes it doesn't happen at all. You know,
sometimes it can be a work in progress.
Yes, exactly. You know, but these two, when they're together and painting that story with their voices, you know, it's that kind of stop the traffic moment. You know, you are drawn in. Can I just say kudos to the drummer?
Deep dark is the justice kingdom, pulling on tomorrow's world. Let on the liquid, giving power. The red-eyed and
Ooh.
I love that growl. That is what you should hear from a metal song. That growl is just, oh.
Not only that, the way he phrased the lyric power. Okay. In music, there's a number of choices that the singer can opt for. But here is a really kind of, it jumps off the page, doesn't it? Power!
The title of the song, you want it to sound, dare I say it, quite devilified. So you want it to sound very sinister, dirty, taking you over the dark side. That it really is. I mean, I could see why some people, you know, they get a bit funny with like metal and things like that. It's not for people of a soft nature. People like me and you, we love that roar and that.
The great thing, you know, I totally get what you're saying. We all know those people in our friend circle.
You and I certainly do.
View metal quite. All it is screaming.
Yeah,
it's like people that you know hold kind of all opera is yelling at the top of your lungs.
That's just musical ignorance.
Yeah, and there's so much more to this. I mean, I just love part of the charm for me with Nightwish is it's so not that.
Of course.
You know, they kind of, and again, I've spoken about this, you know, on more than one reaction. They kind of, yes, it is a blank canvas. Yes, it is a painter, a narrative, a story. But what you end up with is much bigger than the canvas. It's like a 3D... I can't explain it any other way, I don't think. But, you know, that's part of their charm for me. It's not just metal. You know what I mean?
There's so many layers. I mean, the vocals and the music, it's like different colours fused together.
Yes.
Primary going into secondary, darker colours going into lighter.
Yes.
It works so well together.
Yes, you are spot on. Oh, that happened so quick. And was that a back placement? I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I need to talk about that. I mean, you guys know if I don't mention it, I and then I get onto another subject. The first thing's gone. The growl, the beast within. Love,
and she unleashed it.
Yeah. But that's. Do you want to say anything about?
I love the fact that when she let that roar out, it was almost, there was like a yodeling element to it. It was so sort of like you could imagine her literally on top of the mountains, letting that big vocal out, and all the mountain range shaking around and all the trees, because it was so powerful.
Right, a couple of things. That resonance. Okay, we've all seen those videos where it kind of jumps out the screen. That was that for me. The dynamic quality, you know, taking it from the beefy, robust kind of tone to that cry whimpering quality.
Do you know what I was going to describe it as? And this is a total compliment, so I hope people take it as this. When she was singing that, it reminded me of being like on a metal rock roller coaster, going up, down, and when she slowed right down, it was right at the end with that note. And it really was, you felt like you were on a journey going round and around with her vocals, and it's really sort of entwined you into the music. You feel like you're on her journey.
I would die for the love of the murder, a seduction, beauty and scorn. Welcome to the end of your life, hail the ocean born.
Disgrace the smart virginity, death was spoken by wedding cries. All the brave new breed, the more to do for you are the creed of the image of God.
That's what you've been waiting for. That is the note. That is the big one.
You always know when I've just fallen off the world.
When you're
where I'm
hairs everywhere. Yeah.
Because as a singer, I'm feeling where it is. Okay, that's my excitement. My inner musician excitement. But what makes Floor... Why am I getting passive aggressive?
You're getting excited. We'll let you off.
Yeah.
So.
What I really kind of loved about this, and I've seen it on so many Nightwish Floor solo reactions, and it still ticks me off that world, is excellent breath support.
Absolutely.
Okay, so keeping that tone going. So she kind of did a 360.
But you can definitely tell she's classically trained, because when she was performing that, you could see the lungs, the chest, the way it moved. It was like somebody at the opera. The stance was just beautiful. There was, as you say, control, poise. It was just stunning to watch.
She's amazing.
It's funny because before I'd heard of her, I said to my friend, name me someone she's similar to. And she says she's a more harder-edged Amy Lee from Evanescence. Now, no disrespect to Amy Lee, she's an amazing performer and singer.
One of my favourites.
Absolutely.
On this channel.
But I don't think you can compare the two of them. I think they are completely different.
Right now all rest is sweet, when we here in the day.
I prayed for pleasure, wish for love, prayed for love. Who the hell are you for me?
Can I just say something? You know, because yes, I was listening to the voices and how amazing that they sounded, but you know, my ear wandered to the music, and it just fills me up with excitement. That there's something I can't get to it at the moment, but it's very
Halloween-y haunting, isn't it? There's almost this element of this ghosty feel throughout. Would you not think? Is that just me?
No, I think there is that presence of, you know, the haunting kind of...
I mean, I'm doing both. I'm listening to the music and watching the performance. And so it's very hard not to take my eyes off her, or him for that matter, because they are so intense.
They've got such...
Yeah.
You know, well, the whole band...
And the passion in that vocals. Well, both of them.
An immortal dream to see. Leave me be, leave me be, leave me, leave me.
That is when it sends shivers up your spine. Can you imagine being there live, right in the front row, and having that
so
note resonating in your ears? That would just, literally, you would be like, whoa. Yeah.
I'm just trying to work out where we are with that pitch. I'd have to listen to it again. Don't worry, guys, I'm not going to rewind it. Okay, I need to kind of collect myself because...
From cradle to coffin, shall my wickedness be your...
Okay, I know what I've got to say.
The devil possessed in rock form, and I loved it. That was a possession. Someone had entered him. Obviously not, but that's what it sounded like. But you want this. You don't want it to be soft. You want it to be dirty. You want it to be like horror, blood, gore.
I mean, the beauty with Marco's voice in this area of his voice is it's totally believable.
Absolutely.
And that's what makes him I've always thought he could sing the telephone directory and give it that edge. You know what I mean? Loved the way she leant into that. Really, like skimming, those birds that just gracefully skim the water. I mean, I'm quite a visual musician.
But she's a natural performer. She's got all the moves that go so well with the vocals and things like that. You can feel that the music's feeling through her body and things like that. She naturally oozes the sensuality of this song, and any song she does. I mean, I've not seen all of them, but you just know when you watch her perform that she is feeling every beat of every single word she's saying.
Yeah. I mean, I think there are all great musicians, artists, singers, call them what you will. Have that quality where blood isn't pumping through their veins. No. It's crotchets, semi-quavers. Instead of blood, it's that beat of the music.
Of course.
Once again.
And on that note, the camera lost memory, battery, I don't know. Thank you guys so much for checking out another reaction. Don't forget to like, subscribe and all that YouTube fancy stuff, and I will see you next week. Bang bang bosh.